All right, hello, what's up, GDQ? How's it going? All right, so I'm gonna do Super Meat Boy. No, not plural. All dark levels. Let's just get it going. All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, so Super Meat Boy, indie platformer, came out 2010. Doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but a long time ago. It is a quite simple platformer when using Super Meat Boy, the character. You have your run ability and you have your jump ability. And while it's pretty simple, we actually have quite a bit of tech behind it. Like right there, you see me pause. That's a thing called auto jump. So I'm gonna be using that quite a lot in this run. This makes Super Meat Boy jump every single frame. So it's actually, it might sound like, okay, well, if you're like a human who has frame perfect precision, you can do the same thing, but that's actually incorrect. Because when you do pausing manually, you need to let go of the pause or the jump button in order to do a second jump. And this lets you essentially not ever let go of the jump ability. And we're gonna use that to do quite a few things. Like right here, we're gonna jump off of the air coming into this next level. So I'm gonna touch Bandage Girl while on the ground, pause before I get control of Meat Boy, and then I just jumped off the air basically. So that's a thing called storage jump, where the position where you touched Bandage Girl is going to be stored going into the first frame of the next level. We're gonna use that quite a bit throughout the run. Also, some things I'm doing that you're probably not going to be able to see unless you're like really in tune with Super Meat Boy is a thing called sprint jump. So unlike how it sounds, I'm actually letting go of sprint while I'm doing that. And so that lets me stay closer to a wall. It's essentially, I'm holding sprint basically the whole time because, you know, got to go fast. But if you let go of sprint, oh no. If you let go of sprint, you actually will jump off of the walls slower than if you're holding sprint. And so we can use that to save a bit of time. I normally do a skip there, but I missed the cycle. Very sad. And so let's explain this category really quick, because we're getting to the end of Light Forest. So it's all dark levels. So what are the dark levels? So there's 20 light levels each, and these are these normal levels that we're just playing through. And so when you beat these at a par time, you get an A+, because we are very smart gamers. And so it unlocks these remix levels called dark levels. And so they are going to be like the light levels, but much harder. In Forest, they're not going to be too bad. It is the first chapter, after all. But it is a notable step up of difficulty. And yeah, I mean, that's basically the basics of Super Meat Boy all dark levels. Fortunately for this run, it does not have too much going on in terms of, you know, specific tech that we use. It is just high precision. And especially as we get going in here, we get to the later chapters, you're going to see that in full force. Oh, and I forgot to very rudely introduce my couch. We got Jaxler here.
Hello. I know nothing about this game, so I'm just here to have a good time.
Yeah. Cannot believe I forgot. I just got in such a rush.
Yeah, you just got deep into the Super Meat Boy vibes, you know?
It's true. That's the Super Meat Boy vibes, is being rude to your couch.
I was just getting lost in the sauce, you know?
Very true. So this game has a lot of skips. You can see here I'm going to like very carefully go, oh gosh, very carefully twice go in between these saw blades. Oh no.
4 times the charm.
Yeah, exactly. This is one of them where
there you go.
When I'm doing PB attempts. Yeah, thank you. You can clap for that. There we go. Very carefully between those saws. Crowd, if you see anything that you like, I don't care if I'm talking, you can go ahead and cheer as loud as you want. Let's get hyped. This is the last day of GDQ, folks. Here we got a very tight skip. Let's go. Normally we have to wait here at the top unless we do this. Let's go. Right in front of that saw blade. But yeah, that's basically the name of the game. We're going to have a ton of different ones. There's going to be a bunch of skips where it's like, wow, that was crazy. But I'm not going to have time to explain. There's 276, if my math is correct, levels in this. And we're doing it in like an hour. So it's like 15 seconds per level or less than that or something. It's crazy. So it's going to be difficult to like explain every single level, where I could talk about the skips in some of these levels for like 10 minutes. But hey, we're already basically at the end of the first chapter. Let's go. And that gets us to our first boss. And that's going to be Lil Slugger. I almost called it Lil Horn. That is the name of a boss, but it's later. This is an auto-scroller. Nothing going on except for it's got really sick music, but we don't get to hear the sickest part, unfortunately. So let's just throw it over for a couple donations.
Absolutely. We have $5,000 from Akusai.
Holy cow.
Akusai did not include a comment, but thank you so much for that incredibly generous donation. We have $200 from Endo, finally in a position to donate to GDQ. Keep it up. You guys are awesome. No, you're awesome, Endo. Thank you for that $200.
All right, so now we're going to go into Chapter 2, the hospital. So, as you'd expect, a little bit of a step up in difficulty. What this game does, as many platformers do, is it's going to introduce new types of obstacles and new things across the way. So right here, you see that, it's a hospital, so it's sort of run down. It's got a lot of needles. Meat Boy, being the sensitive boy that he is, does not want to touch the needles. We still got the saw blades getting shot at us. And we're going to introduce fans in this next level here. I'm going to try to do a little thing where I jump off the corner of this block. Nice, I did it. That saves like a half second. In this game, there's a lot of like half-second time saves, which for Meat Boy runners, that's like a huge time skip. There's like really only a few skips at this point that we don't do that saves more than that. This game is really optimized in almost every category, so it's really cool to see the strats that we're doing now compared to last time this game was ran was, or this category was ran, was 10 years ago. Breakdown did, it was called All Levels then. Which we changed the name because you're technically not doing all of the levels. You're skipping out on warp zones and glitch levels. But the strats that we do now were considered IL strats at the time, basically, and we're going to be doing some crazy stuff and some crazy skips. Right here, I have to grab a key. And this game, one thing about this category, rather, this one we would do in any category, but there's actually like a few, like a dozen or so auto scrollers. And we're just using Meat Boy. In some of these levels, you'd have a skip if you're using a bonus character, but you'd have to grab those bandages that you see across, and those are slow, so we're not going to get them. In TAS, it would be faster to grab some of those bandages, because one of the characters, Nyjah, is like crazy, can just clip through walls. But almost missed that key. Don't want to lock myself out. But yeah. So right here, gonna jump off an invisible wall there to immediately get full speed. When you jump off of a wall, you get full speed. And then a big skip here, jumped off of the air basically, so we can beat a cycle. Then we get here, and here's a big old thing where we grab a key and then go ahead and wait. So why don't you throw a donation or two?
Absolutely, we can do that. We have a donation that feels particularly apropos for this run. $25 from Uncanny Mac just says, fast.
So true.
We've also got $250 from Dogs Making Woofles, which says cute prizes, cute chat, cute tech, cute everything. Don't forget cute runner and cute couch and cute little plushie on the couch.
So true.
One more?
Yeah, let's go one more.
We got $200 from Lanetina. I'm grateful to be able to support such a fantastic foundation another year in a row. Thank you, GDQ staff, runners, and chat. Let's destroy the 2 million mark this summer.
Yeah, let's get it. We're so close. So now I'm in Dark Hospital. It's going to be the same thing in terms of that. Just get a little bit harder, remix levels, very similar. This strat is actually the same on Dark and Light. I love that. But one thing you might notice is, so I'm going and I'm beating all 20 light levels, then going back and beating all 20 dark levels. I'm not going to the boss yet, and that's for two reasons. One, mapping is just faster in general. And then two, there's a thing called Glitch Girl, which is like a bonus level that when you beat the boss of a chapter, it actually, there's like an RNG chance that it pops up, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to be doing this route all except for one chapter, which I'll explain why later. But yeah, this chapter's got a few fun skips in it. One coming up that I don't love, but I'm gonna get it. It saves like quite a bit of time if you get it real quickly. Oh no. That level's got what's called half blocks, and so it's kind of janky. I'll explain those later. But right here, so off screen, there's death planes, and we want to slide down this wall, and we need to be careful as to not trigger the death plane. Nice. And so we just slide down the side of the level. Yeah, you can clap for that. That's a cool strat. All right, coming up here, we got another, oh gosh. We got another fun couple levels coming up here. What I want to do is not this. I want to just barely clear to where I jump directly onto those blocks here. Yeah, there we go. And then coming up on this level, I'm going to immediately go to this wall and just barely jump over the saw. If I don't get that shot, I have to wait. Oh, nice. That was sick.
That was really good. Yeah, those cycles look really tight.
They are. A lot of these, too, are just... You're clearing these cycles by, like, a few frames on a lot of these. So, extremely tight, extremely precise. I don't think I was on the ground here. Nope, I was. So at the beginning of this level, I explained what storage is later. It'll save your position, or earlier rather. It'll save your position on the very first frame. And there I got storage, and it actually will, there's a chance that it'll kill you because not all level transitions seem to be the same. So if you touch Bandage Girl there on the ground, there's a chance that you just die at the beginning of the next level, which happened to me. Nice jump there. I've noticed in this game through the years of running it that most of my deaths come from missing jumps. So I should work on that.
So I actually have a question since we're getting into some more of that cycle stuff. So whenever you die, are the cycles reset, or is it like Celeste where like the cycles like keep going while you're reloading?
Fortunately, they're the same.
Okay.
There might be like slight differences. From an IL standpoint, I know that there's differences in some levels versus others, but for an RTA, real-time full game run kind of approach, they're basically the same. We don't need to worry about that kind of precision in these levels, fortunately. While they do go down to a couple frames, it's not too bad. If it is within a frame, we're just probably not doing that in a full game run.
Anyway, yeah, makes sense.
Oh gosh. These guys are called Beatuses. Shout out to Tommy, the programmer of this game. Great guy. Named these. But yeah, any other questions, Jaxler? I know that you're a Super Meat Boy Pro. You've never played this game before.
Yeah, no, I've watched you play like a lot, so that means I'm extremely qualified to be here right now.
Very true.
Yeah, I guess my question would be, we're still kind of, in Dark Hospital at this point. So I guess what would you, like, when you're doing like actual runs of this category, what would you kind of consider like your like early game like pressure points that might cause like a reset?
So really the first 2.5 worlds, if I die on it, I am probably gonna reset, or maybe not die, but if I lose more than like 20 seconds, I'll probably reset. But the run like really starts when you get into Dark Salt. Right here, I'm trying to like do a jump right as they disappear. There we go, so I can get over here. Helps me save a cycle there. But yeah, the beginning of this, while it's tough, it gets really tough later on. There's a lot of just really tight skips that save a couple seconds. And this is a game and category where you cannot lose your couple seconds. It might sound like, oh, it's not that much time compared to an hour, but there's so little time saves that are left in the game that you just need to take them. And so now this is the end of Dark Hospital. So we're gonna go into the Chapter 2 boss, and that is called Chad. What a Chad. This one is gonna have a fun little skip. If you're gonna look as it's gonna scroll up, we want it to not stop scrolling. Normally in this middle section, while I grab the key, it would stop and Chad would go back and forth, but we're gonna grab the key real fast, and then we're gonna do oh no, back up. All right, we're gonna do it again. We're going to try to get it again, and it's just not gonna stop scrolling. Gotta really make sure it's stuck in your head. And this time we're not gonna mess up the auto jump. There we go. And we're not gonna grab this key immediately. For whatever reason, when Chad goes back and forth across the screen, if you grab it before it stops scrolling, he just goes really slow across the screen, so you lose like 5 seconds. So you just wait till it stops scrolling there. And so that's Chapter 2. Yeah. And now we're going to Salt Factory, and this is where like the big skips really start. There's a lot of, the skips per capita, I'd say here is pretty big. Not as big as End, but we got a lot of skips coming up, so that's gonna be exciting, some frame perfect ones. There's a really, that level is a really good one to see storage jump, because it's like a full block off of the air that we're gonna use. This level is one of them that's like, probably I think the hardest easy level in the game, just because there's so many small things to do to mess up. Oh no. There we go. Okay, first like improv really of the run. Let's go. And so we have these conveyors, which we saw horizontally, and now they're vertical. So if you jump into them, you're gonna get your speed, and then it's just gonna start accelerating you. And we're gonna use this on this next level. I'm gonna go for a frame perfect trick. Let's go. Let me concentrate a bit here. Oh no, okay. Attempt 2. Oh gosh. All right, I'm not gonna go for it again. Actually, never mind. Yes, I am. Let's go for it. All right, I missed it. That's fine. Should be able to get the backup here. Yeah. So what I wanted to do there is what's called a slide. So it's a frame perfect input right when you're going onto that wall. And so that makes you essentially jump off of the ground instead of jumping off of a wall. Very strange, but it is frame perfect, so very difficult to get. I'd say I have a pretty good consistency on it, but we're on the GDQ stage.
It happens.
Yeah. We got some auto scrollers coming up, so you can throw in a donation or two.
Can do. We have had some wild generosity the last couple minutes from somebody named Anonymous, who gave us $250, $100, $250, $500, $1,500, $1,000, $1,000, $500, and $500 in the last 10 minutes from Anonymous.
Let's go.
Holy smokes.
Thank you so much. Apparently, when you name your child Anonymous, they become extremely generous donors.
That's so true.
We also have $60 from Nightwig that says, I donated the amount that I died when I played Super Meat Boy. In cents.
Nice.
A little more?
There's a big skip coming up, so let's
Perfect.
Right there. Okay, so just barely got it. This one's called Mono Skip, so this is a pretty big one relatively. It's like 3 seconds, but that's pretty big. Shout out to the person, BMX Bandit, who made a tutorial on this, calling it the butter zone. So you basically neutral until you're in the butter zone, and then you're butter, you got it. Yeah. I think everybody who has watched that tutorial is just like, oh my gosh, I love the name butter zone. More tutorials. Look, if you're making a tutorial and you have like a space where you start to input, okay, I missed the skip there. That's fine. Call it the butter zone. I think it's very clear. And you can also make a yellow block when you're doing it, like BMX Bandit did. All right, so we're getting to the end of light salt. I wish I was the end of dark salt. That'd be so fast. We're getting to the end of it, and I would say that dark salt is where it feels like the run begins. It's where the levels start getting really difficult and particularly long as well, which is punishing. So that's one of the things that happens in the dark levels is they, in terms of remix, there's a lot of extending levels, making it go back and forth and things like that. Like right here, it basically changes it by adding a key up here that I have to grab and things like that. So when I start getting deaths, it can start being like a 10-second death when previously there were very few 10-second levels. So this is really where when you're doing PB attempts, the run really starts and where you gotta, start to be really careful. All right, right here, I'm gonna jump right underneath a saw. Nice, we got it right here. That one's very tough. It's gotta be like a fairly precise jump. Don't wanna do a full jump, but you gotta do it just enough to jump over a pile of salts. Can we get some PJ salts in chat?
I forgot that was an emote.
Yeah, same. It's just sometimes when I'm running this, someone will do PJ Salt. Although it's funny, like there's some like Super Blood Trail. Super Meat Boy's got his own emote. You'd think as a Super Meat Boy speedrunner, I would see that a lot. Like people just come in with Blood Trail, but I think people think it's cliche to do it and that I would see it all the time. But honestly, I don't. Okay, I missed that. Very sad. So what I'm saying is if you come into my Twitch stream, feel free to post Blood Trail because I don't see it very often at all. It's like once every couple months. Oh no. I see it more often in other people's streams than my own. The next level coming up here, I'm gonna go for, it's the dark version of that level where I was going for that frame perfect trick. I'm gonna go for it again. It does not save nearly as much time on this one, but very important. No, all right. No frame perfect stuff, very sad. I'll just pretend another trick later on is frame perfect. You guys won't know.
And I won't know, you know?
Yeah. All right, frame perfect wall jump here. Oh my gosh, we got it. Let's go. Yeah.
You'll love to see it.
All right, and so coming up, we actually got a couple more auto scrolls. Salt is known for its auto scrollers, so a couple more donations. Oh.
Perfect timing. We have quite a bit of love starting to come in from your community. We got $25 from Sandshark. To my good friend Shredberg, I am so happy to see you play Super Meat Boy on the main stage. Thank you so much for all your hard work and contributions to the Super Meat Boy speedrunning community. Sending you the best of luck for your run all the way from Sydney, Australia. Keep being awesome, mate.
Thanks so much, Sandshark.
We've got $20 from Xanagir. Shredberg, I'm so happy you were able to bring all dark levels to GDQ. I know you'll be struggling not playing on the superior platform Stadia, but at least you can get the Linux world record. Good luck, Shred.
It's true. Thank you so much. Shout outs to Stadia. Team Meat, if you're watching this, port it to Stadia. You'll get one purchase from me.
That's
Time
it.
for some more.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Yeah.
We have $250 from Big C. Shout outs to my boys in the Discord watching GDQ all week. Been as great as always and so pumped for the last day. Hype!
Hype. This one right here has got a little skip that you go underneath it. It's not supposed to be too bad, but always a chance that you die to it. Somewhat precise. Thing about this speedrun in general is that it has so many tight things that you're worried about, but like the big time losses normally to the things where you're like, oh, I'd never die to that, but there's over 200 levels, so you're gonna get your deaths to it. Like a good run in this is like 20 deaths or fewer, so you're just going to have deaths in it. If there was a deathless run, that would be so sick. Oh gosh, I messed this up.
Shredberg, do you have a second for a little bit of controversy?
Yes, I am. I thrive on controversy.
Now, not to bring up last night's hot dogs or sandwiches debate again in the chat, but if people could donate to give me their opinions on this username, we have $25 from People Are Calzones.
I agree.
If you have any thoughts, you should toss those in the donations.
If you think about it, all the people stuff is inside, and we got the crust on the outside. Like Meat Boy is, oh gosh, Meat Boy, not a calzone, no skin. Us, we have skin, calzone.
I plead the fifth.
You gotta, Jaxler, you gotta go into the controversy. Where it's
Look,
all
I
about,
thought my take of Pop-Tarts being calzones was like a scorching take, but
oh no,
I think
Pop-Tarts are ravioli, so they're
No.
they're-
Just beat the level.
This is what happens in this, is you get like one death and then I worry about it and then it's like more deaths. This one is one of the just like, oh my gosh. I wish that I could play as another character in it, but it's slow and we're not about being slow here. Another one where you use storage and very obvious that we're jumping off the air. Magic. You can do those manually without auto jump, but they are frame perfect, and it's because the level transitions are not consistent in terms of time. It's a really weird. Doing them manually just is a bad idea. So we auto jump them. Oh gosh, I do not. Whatever. We'll see if it works. It did not. This level, I kind of just hope that the top missile thing does not hit me. There we go. Okay, and so while I do this level, which is pretty straightforward, I'm going to explain the boss here. So Brownie is normally a very long, like 30-second race that we do against Brownie, who is the homie. He's a great guy. He's a boss, but he's a good guy. The true hero of this story. And what we're going to do instead of racing him, actually, is we're going to go to the edge and do a sprint jump so that we don't go into the kill plane off screen, and then we're just going to jump all the way up here. So that saves like 20 seconds or so. Huge save. Yeah. Basically biggest time save, really, I think, of the run. And now we're going into just, by and large, the hardest level. Sickest strats. There's going to be a lot of exciting stuff coming up here in Hell. Especially on 4-4 and 4-7, we got Hex Skip, and then a couple levels later, we have what is definitely the hardest strat in the run of what's called Double Rickets. So you can get your... I can't believe it. They had a limited time emote, Hyper Hex, that is just for this game, just for that strat specifically. It's crazy. So if you have that limited time emote, post that in the chat. If you don't, that stinks.
If you don't, post Blood Trail.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so here's Hex Skip. We're basically doing a jump that is so tight. We are trying to lose height when jumping, which is pretty hard to do. Yep. So it's really tight. You need to be at the bottom of that. You need to make sure that you're doing like a tap jump. There we go.
Second try, nice.
Second try.
Yeah, you were practicing that like all week. So.
Oh yeah, exactly. And then in just the next level here, 4-7 is again the hardest strat in this run. So let's try to get this. I'll give it like 4 or 5 tries. No, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. All right, come on. All right, 2 more.
This is really hard.
No!
Oh, you almost had
I
it.
hate that. Oh my gosh. All right, not going for it again. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I got it and then died to that saw. So one thing that, oh man. I guess I didn't go too fast there, I just jumped early. Oh well. Not getting all the fun strats, but that's okay, you don't need them. One thing that's really nice about this game is especially if you're starting out, this is a very intimidating run. And if you're just starting out speedrunning this, I don't necessarily recommend doing all dark levels because the dark levels are pretty hard. But especially any percent, there are so many strats for levels. There are beginner strats, there's intermediate, then there's like really advanced, and there's strats in between those. So if this is a game that I think a lot of people assume is going to be a very tough speedrun, I think compared to even a lot of games which casually are much easier, this game is a very simple speedrun because in any percent, you can skip levels unlike this. And there is such a wide variety of strats, and it's pretty short too. So, there's other games like Celeste that I would say are like relatively similar in terms of difficulty, but Celeste, your first run's gonna be like an hour. Your first runs in this can be like 35, 40 minutes. And then you can slowly get that down to like 25 or so. Oh gosh. There, I was gonna try to jump off that wall, but there's a piece of tech called insta-stopping. So if you just let go of your direction, you're gonna stop instantly. Whereas if you jump and then let go of direction, you keep your momentum. So there I tried to do insta-stop. So right here, you need to just barely go under these, fairly tight. Let's get it. No! Rigged. Okay, whatever, missed it. All right, then right here, I'm gonna go right underneath that, and then hopefully I don't clip. Okay, I clipped it. It's fine. These eyeballs here, one fun thing. So I'm running on Linux, which you might be able to notice. So if you've seen speedruns before, you would probably be like, wait, why does it say now loading on the side of it or loading on the side? And funny enough, the game's actually not loading the next level. I mean, it technically is, but not in the sense of like loading that would lose time. Windows, you have to load every single transition, like going to map and back. On Linux, you actually don't do that. So it saves a bit of time compared to Windows, which is really nice. I also think that it's more stable these days if you're running on like 10 or 11. I just have had weird issues. If you're on Windows 7, it's fine, but then you don't have any like security support. I need to do this for Crew Crux. Oh, I messed up. Shout out to Crew Crux in the French community. I have an important message for you. Oui, oui. Oh gosh, I'm messing it up. Okay, I'm sorry, Crew Crux. I didn't do it right. Another message for you. Les omelettes du fromage. Shoutouts. This game has a really big French community, so shoutouts to all the Frenchies out there. There's supposed to be an eyeball in here, but it disappears on Linux sometimes. If you're like, oh, why does the eyeball disappear? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. I don't know if anyone's actually looked into it. So this Dark Hell starts out with a bang. Really fun skip. There's like 3 difficult jumps here. The beginning is like very obviously difficult, and then the next 2 look like maybe they wouldn't be that bad, but they're actually like just as hard. Okay, please. All right, you gotta, not only do you have to go right down the center, but you actually need to like head over to the right a little bit, or else you'll run into the saw that's right underneath you, like that. So, please. I don't remember how to do this casually, so I'm just not gonna back it up at all. I'm just gonna do it. Jaxler, you're an expert at this game. How difficult is this strat?
This looks really, really hard.
That's accurate. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna do it. No, actually, you know what? We got so much time. I got this. Let's go.
Hey, there's the first part.
Yeah, you're so right. I did get it. Shout out to the crowd. Let's go. You just say that every level and I'll never mess up again. Oh no.
Say it again, right now.
Yeah, right now. Thank you. See, this is like crowds back at GDQ. If I was at home, I would never have gotten it.
So much time for a couple of donations?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, we got some Meat Boy love in the donos. We've got $25 from Salt Really Hurts.
True.
That just says Super Meat Boy. We have $100 from Char Bunny. Good luck, Shredberg, cheering you on from the audience.
Let's go, Char Bunny.
Let's go, Char Bunny.
We also have $10 from Tom DRC1. So happy to finally donate for the first time ever for my favorite game. First started casually speedrunning Meat Boy because of GDQ. Good luck to the runner.
Heck yeah, thank you so much.
If you also want to start a $10 train with your first speed game, let's see how everybody got started in their communities, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. This was like basically my first speed game. I had tried to do a couple ones for years, like Super Mario 64 and like The Last of Us and just a couple other things here and there. And none of those really clicked with me. And then I just was like, you know what? No, I'm going to try to do this game. And it absolutely did. Got a slide there. Very fun. But yeah. What's your first, Jaxler, what was your first speed game?
So I did like one run of Ocarina of Time 3D, and then I was like, wow, this is really hard. And then I picked up another game, and my first game was Chibi Robo.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I was wondering if your first game was gonna... Jaxler, you run a lot of like really obscure, random, weird games.
Yeah,
so
this is like the most normal couch I've ever been on.
I was thinking it was gonna be like something that I like had never heard of. Whoa. Okay, this next level coming up is very fun. There's these portals that like you're supposed to use. I don't even remember how to use them, but you can just do wall jumps off the side. Wall jumps will work.
Nice.
There we go. Yeah.
That's a good strat.
Right here, we're gonna try to just skip these lasers. Yeah. Or else we'd have to like go behind those blocks there, but that's slow. We don't want to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, clap for that one. That looked terrifying.
I think all of these strats are terrifying, especially after you start missing a few strats, and it's like, oh gosh. This next level, though, after this is very fun. Another one where I don't remember how to do this casually. It's actually one of the easiest levels in the run in general, because all we were doing here at the end is just jumping. Oh gosh. Yeah. So easy. I think you're supposed to like hide behind some of those blocks, but no thank you.
Mind if I cut in for a second with something exciting?
Oh yeah.
We just got $2,500 from Blinks. It says, thanks so much to the runners, crew, MSF, and chat for a bright point of hope in the darkness these days. Thank you, Blinks, for $2,500 for MSF. That's huge. Thank you for that generosity.
Yeah, that's awesome. There's an auto scroller right here, so you can go ahead and do like 2 more.
All right, we've also got $500 from Ronze with no comment, but thank you so much for that donation. We have $200 from Omega Sonic Zero. Wish I could be here for all the awesome Metroid runs later, but schedules are hard. Good luck to all the runners, and thank you so much for all the hard work. Let's hit 2 million and finish out strong.
Yeah, let's go.
We have $50 from King Prawn. Hello, SGDQ. Big thanks to everyone who makes this happen. Unfortunately, I have to wake up and go to work in 6 hours, so I can't stay up for the Metroid boss rush. Instead, I'll donate now to ensure I can watch it tomorrow. Crossing fingers for Elden Ring. Much love from Australia.
Shout out to Australia.
Are we still auto-scrolling?
You know what? Let me just explain this boss coming up, and then you're going to have some time, because this boss, it's legitimately my favorite. We're going to stand in one little location. We're going to jump 3 times, and that's it. You're supposed to like go back and forth, dodge stuff. There's going to be like falling zombie meat boys, but we just stand right here, and we jump a couple times, and that's going to be it. So you can go ahead and read donations as we stand here, and then we're going to jump one more time.
Sounds great. I've actually got a question for you, Shred.
Yeah.
Musakun donates $10 and asks, how is a thief who specializes in stealing meat called?
I don't know.
A hamburglar.
So true. Good one.
We have $500 from Anonymous that just says less than 3. Thank you, Anonymous.
I need to admit something. I almost died there. I just...
The hamburglar joke was
good.
just
Nobody
too
noticed.
good. It just got you.
It got me.
Yeah, you almost got hamburglared.
So true.
Hopefully we don't get sued by McDonald's, but yeah.
I never would. If I died there, I would have never lived it down. That's funny. It was on purpose, actually. I wanted to,
Throw for content,
Exactly. So coming up here, we have Rapture. This is where it's not quite as difficult as hell, but it's got really long punishing levels. This is where it really starts getting a lot of fun. We have this white flash at the beginning, and that's, oh, okay. Well, I missed it. There's this jump that's somewhat tight at the beginning there. That white flash makes it very difficult. That's actually a remnant of us skipping a cutscene beforehand. That's supposed to play, I guess, during the cutscene, but since we skipped the cutscene, it just plays at the next time possible, and which that just so happens to be at a time where we want to do a fairly precise jump. So, shout out to that.
So I actually have a question. I saw you kind of like pause there midair, even though it didn't look like you were setting up for like a storage jump or anything, or like the auto jumping. So what exactly were you doing there?
If you're talking about 5.2, that was an auto jump.
Oh, that was okay.
Yeah,
my bad.
There's some strats where like you don't explicitly need auto jump, but I use it as a crutch sometimes. I think most people on 5.2 use auto jump though. It's very nice. It's one of those things where shout outs to Turbo in games. I think Turbo rules. This is a game that does not have Turbo. I mean, maybe it would help on like mashing into levels. But largely, auto jump is just very nice and it allows a lot of tricks. So if you're in a game community and you're like, it's a platformer, why would we need turbo? It actually, it's not a bad thing. Although I'm very glad that it is just basically accidentally baked into the game because it's awesome. We got a fun auto scroller here, so donation.
We can do that. We have $100 from Gears that says, the GDQ events are always dear to my heart. Seeing the passion everyone has makes it even more special. Thank you for a great week. Put the money to the Metroid Dread Boss Rush and the Super Mario 64 run. Let us enjoy GDQ just a little bit longer.
True. So right here, these are called, I call them Zombie Boys. I don't know if they have like official names. They might. But they're RNG in when they'll chase you and then when they'll jump. So on a couple of these levels, they can just really mess with the strat. So you need to like not only have your strat, but be prepared to back it up. On this next level, 511, we got Fim Skip right here at the beginning where we're jumping between these saw blades. Let's go, Fim Skip.
Nice.
Shout out to Fims. He did not make that jump or invent the strat that's been known about since like launch, but I felt like one day naming it Fim Skip. Right here we got, this level is a lot of fun. We auto jump up this and, okay. I wasn't able to explain it because I had to concentrate. And here we got Chani Jump Skip, where there's a strat called Chani Jump that rules, but it's slow, so we're gonna skip it. Shout out to Chani24. Love that guy. Yeah, and the rest of Rapture, we're just gonna be going fast. Actually, this next level is another fat skip. It's actually one of the easier ones. If you wanna skip like this level in a really easy way, just jump off the side there. One of those casually, that level's like 25 seconds, but like the easiest skip in the world. Here, I'm gonna try to carry a rocket to destroy this wall instead of waiting. Oh, I was just above, oh well. Yeah, and so then here's another, no. Okay, we got another chance to carry this rocket. We got it this time. Yeah.
Nice, there you go.
So these rockets are on frame rules. So imagine you're on a bus. I feel like there used to be where it was like, the walls are just a suggestion. It was like the biggest cliche joke where you could just say it, and now it's the bus thing with speedrunning. It's imagine a bus, and every speedrunner is like, I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, they're on frame rules. So on levels like this, and especially the dark version of it, it can be a bit frustrating because the rockets won't necessarily be in the same place every single time. But it's fine. I think we got time for a donation or two as we get to Dark Rapture.
We can do that. We've got $25 from Crow that says, one of the best soundtracks of all time. I agree. I've been jamming a little bit over here. One of the best speedrun games of all time, too. Let's go. Break Super Meat Boy. We've got $100 from Anonymous. This week has been truly a blast. Thanks to all the runners for the interesting runs. Thanks to the GDQ staff for the amazing event. And thanks to all the viewers for giving this event a soul. Let's glitch through that $2 million wall.
So true. The walls are just a suggestion.
Okay, so while we were reading that donation, can you explain what the heck just happened there?
Yeah, so it's basically like we get like a fun little elevator there. Oh gosh. Ah, 1 second. No. We're gonna go back over here. So there's like disappearing blocks. If you stand in like a somewhat precise pixel, when those disappearing blocks go back up, it just shoots you up there. So it's like a fun little elevator. It saves like 2 or 3 seconds. Right here, this one starts out with a bang. This is like a long level. I don't think that I've played this level like normally, how you're supposed to in a while. Oh, there we go, first try, let's go. Got to do 2 very precise jumps there. It's actually one of the tricks that I have some of the most trouble with, so. Been an interesting run. Some of the strats where I'm like, oh, I'm pretty consistent on that. Nope, that strat, yeah, first time, easy, let's go. This is the hardest level I think, that doesn't have like a specific strat in the game. Like casually, this level with Meat Boy is a disaster. In the speedrun, there's a lot of levels that are like that, and then it's like, oh no, it's actually fine. You know, we have strats. Not this level, or not, yeah, this level, no. It's also hard in the speedrun, but we got it first try. Actually, I shouldn't have said that. I could have died there.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. But Dark Rapture is like, skip after skip, I feel like. In a couple levels, we're going to have a fun little clip that we're going to go for. So like those blocks, those disappearing blocks that keep happening, it can actually, as it pushed me up as like an elevator on that other level, right here, I'm going to try to have it push me through a wall. And I'm going to do a pause at the right time so it sort of like puts me up to the right position. Yeah, so right there, I'm going to do what's called a pause glitch. And there we go. I go through the wall. I jump off of that block. And that saves like 2-3 seconds. We're going to see that again. And we're going to see that pause glitch again coming up a bit later. So what happens there is when you go back and you go to exit game and then you cancel out, background animations will then restart as if you unpause the game until a certain point when that animation stops. And so what happens there is that animation basically kicks you up to that second to last block, and it allows Meat Boy, if you jump right as you unpause, to jump off of that block. And since you're in the middle of blocks, you're technically in the wall. The game doesn't detect a collision or anything, so yeah, you're just able to clip through it. On 517X, we'll see it again. This level could, at the end, there's some RNG. This setup doesn't look awful, but there's no telling whether or not, cool. If that guy in the back jumped, I just would have died, and there's nothing I can do. Well, there's something I can do about it, but that's slow. But yeah, these guys are RNG. Oh gosh, I messed this up. Yeah. These guys are RNG, and even on this level, it's just like, they can just do whatever they want. They don't play by the rules. One day I hope that, I don't know if it's even possible, but I've had it to where like one of those Meat Boys are still alive, the zombie boys. But I want to get it to where they all go away, because I think that'd be really cool, but never seen it.
Mind if I cut in with some hot takes?
Absolutely.
We've got $125 from Tyler Ham. I'm just starting my day, and now I have to ponder this new existential question. Are humans calzones? Good luck to the runners, and I'm sad today's the last day, but more than excited to spend another day being blown away by amazing runs. I've also got $100 from Sarah Vidon. Some people are calzones, but I'm more of a Stromboli. And $20 from House of Blues. I am not a calzone.
I like your energy. I agree.
I forget about Stromboli's existence. They're so good, but like, I just never think to order one or get one, but I love them. Shoutouts to food. I think that's one of the things that keep us alive. Hot take.
Yeah, that's a pretty nuclear take.
Yeah. Look, that's what I'm here for, the hottest of takes. For more hot takes, make sure to go to shredberg.com. Give me a follow on Twitch. Oh gosh, no, jump. There we go, we got it. I think that set me up perfectly for this cycle. Here we just jump in between it. In this next level, we got another clip. This one is decidedly harder than the last one that we did, but we're gonna get it first try, easy peasy. If you see that one here, we're gonna press this block, get over here. There we go. No! All right, second try. Let's go. It is, oh, okay. Well, never mind, we're not gonna go for it. Oh, yes, we are, never mind. Never mind to the never mind.
Let's go, Shred.
Let's go. We got it. Dang. You know what? So I say this is frame perfect, but I think one thing that sometimes we forget as speedrunners is that all frames actually are perfect, and we need to respect them in their own beautiful kind of way.
Good backup, good backup.
Ah, this level is cool because we just kind of stand here and jump while that goes. So, yeah, why not read a donation?
Absolutely, we can do that. We've got $100 from Anonymous. Meat Boy's Dark World is terrifying. I guess you could say it fills me with dread.
True.
Let's see that Metroid Dread boss rush. I've also got $25 from Vorpal. Good luck, Shred. We're all rooting for you.
Thank you so much. Shout out to Vorpal, real OG runner of this. I think like half of the strats that I do in this are stolen from Vorpal. One really interesting thing, this has been, I think I said it earlier, but this game has been in GDQ, or this category last time it was in GDQ was about a decade ago. And a lot of strats that we're using are really the same thing, just maybe a little bit faster. So it's really interesting when a run gets to the age that it's at, what things that we have sort of created and made new, and other things that we're just building on top of, you know, the shoulder of giants. So shout outs to all the runners here. Meat Boy's got like such a long history, but right now it's sort of like a slower period in the history. So look, we're always looking for new runners is really what I'm saying. And actually this next boss here is very fun. It's an RNG boss, the killer of runs. Let's clip out. Oh no. So more time to explain. So that pause glitch that we were doing during clips, we're gonna do that again, and that's because normally it's one worm can jump at a time. It's gonna make much more sense when I'm playing against the boss, but this level's tough. And the RNG is set up to where basically the very first cycle, they have a 50% chance of jumping. Everyone after that is 25%. So we want as many jump on the first cycle as possible. Technically, only one at a time as possible. But we're going to try to do a setup here with this pause glitch. It's gonna make much more sense when I'm there. That level's a mess. Not in terms of design, just in terms of... All right, so we're gonna do it. There we go, that's good. One of them is gonna jump, and hopefully the second one jumps? No. So they both popped up. What you hope for there is for two to jump at the same time. Now it's just we're waiting. There's a 25% chance for each of them. So you can do the math if there's two of them, what the odds for each cycle are. Shoutouts to Hambanu, who's like PhD math person who did like a whole document going over technically the old strat of the Larry RNG. Really great document. Shout out to Hambanu. Okay, there we go. That's like a 7 cycle or something. That's about average. That boss can take anywhere from 10 seconds to 3 minutes. I was doing a run one time. I was on like PB pace. It was one of my first few runs that I was doing in that category. So I had like 6 minutes to save. I was like -2.5, feeling good. And then got like a 3-minute Larry, which was the longest that there's any recorded video of. It's absolutely awesome. If you want to run where you're like on PB pace and you can just lose 3 minutes to nothing, I have a great game to recommend for you. All right, this is the end. This is where the levels get real long. That first one, we skipped basically all of it. There's like 3 keys that you're supposed to grab. We grabbed none of them. This level's really fun because it's just platforming. We do it casually, basically, but real fast. Right here, we're gonna try to grab these 2 keys in here as quickly as possible. And we're gonna try to beat a cycle over here. Let's go. Let's go.
Nice.
And then this next level, we're gonna be jumping right underneath saws. It's gonna be really tight. Let's see. No, a little too early there. I have to lose a little bit of time right here so that I don't die like that. And I have to not jump like that. I would honestly say that this strat is easier once you get it down than the previous strat, but this looks a lot harder. Oh, there we go. Nice. And one more part to it. Let's go.
Good time for a little more love from your community?
Yeah, let's go.
We have $25 from Calcputer. It says Super Meat Boy, more like Super Goat Boy. Go Shredberg.
Thank you so much, Cal.
We've also got $25 from Dr. Watson Doctor. Years ago, Dark Rapture taught me that you don't really have to 100% every game. Thanks, Team Meat.
That's true.
We've also got $5 from Real Blush. Always happy to see Shredberg at GDQ. Best of luck and least of deaths. P.S. All achievements run when?
True. I should do another one soon. I just recently got like under 3 hours of that, which was like I was really hoping for. And then I like did a run the next day and got like 211. So sub 2 hours soon. Let's go. If you don't know what all achievements are, it's basically you do all of these chapters, but deathless. It's very hard, but very fun. So right here, there's these saw blades that we went over. It just lets us basically skip. It's going to take roughly the same amount of time, but we can just chill on this button. Buttons give you invincibility when you're on them, so there's going to be saw blades that pass by us. But we're going to be safe just because that's how the game's programmed. So it's a good time to shout out to the whole Super Meat Boy community, everybody that has helped me out with this. You know who you are. Vorpal, Sandshark, Wormham, Fims. I'm going to just skip all of those the names. There's like 20 of them. Shout outs to that. Shout outs to Xanagear, the Managear. Shout outs to, I'm forgetting. I was like, had all of these shout outs that I had prepared for the very first thing, and now I'm forgetting all the names. Shout out to everybody that watches my stream. I love you guys. Shout out to my kid that's coming in the way in 2 months. I love you already. Yeah. Shout out to my wife for being very pregnant and not minding that I'm here. So there's a thing off screen that we go. So you're supposed to go back and then go to this other room that causes the cuts, the end of the game to trigger. But if we just go barely to the left of it, we're fine. And now we're gonna go to Cotton Alley. We get to play as Bandage Girl. Let's go. That's pretty hype. These levels are like, there's so many saw blades in them. So very extremely hard. This is where like when you beat the game, I think most people are just like, if they're gonna struggle on stuff, you're gonna struggle on this a lot. These levels are very tough, but we're gonna hopefully kick these levels' butt. This one's a fun one because this strat right here looks like it's really tight, but it's actually probably the easiest way to get through it, which is, I think in speedrunning is one of the fun things when you learn like, oh, if I just try to go fast, it might actually be easier. But yeah, this chapter is really fun because it's just like non-stop action. Shout out to these fans on this level. This is probably the hardest level, even though it's one of the simplest. Oh, let's go. First try.
So does Bandage Girl control, and I know you mentioned there are different characters that have different properties. Is Bandage Girl just like Meat Boy but pink?
That is exactly true, yeah.
Okay.
It's just Meat Boy but pink, which is nice, so you don't have to like learn multiple things. One of the things with 106 that happens is like you need to be able to control multiple characters very well, whereas in this category, it's very nice to just have to worry about Meat Boy / Bandage Girl movement. Right here, we're gonna just barely miss a bunch of missiles. Missiles ain't got nothing on me. I shouldn't say those things like before I finish levels, but I think every person who's even played like a video game before has been like, oh yes, I finally did it, and then they like die to something stupid. But yeah, the second half of this is a lot. The first half is real difficult. The second half of this, still difficult, but when you have some speedrun strats, it comes a lot easier. Like this one, you just run through it. This is probably my favorite level in the game. Just really fun platforming, a lot of different optional skips. Oh, nice, I got a little slide there. Normally I would go up, oh, cool. I would go up and we'll try to get it this time. Yeah, there we go. Last time I got what's called a slide. I've explained it before, but it's like a frame perfect input. It's somewhat random on when it happens, and you'll just slide up the platform instead of jumping off of it, which, oh no. Okay, so normally I do this in 2 cycles. I have to like actually think about it because I don't really have a backup for this. Okay, cool, we got it. All right, I'm gonna jump just barely under this. Let's get this. Okay, second try. There we go. Extremely tight to jump underneath that thing. Oh gosh, let's go. Cool. A lot of the levels in this, I don't really have backups for, because if you mess it up, you're just... next few levels are going to be basically auto-scrollers, so any donations?
Yeah, I kind of feel guilty talking over how good this music is, but there is something even more important than great music, like $250 from Shalima. We're going with Shalima with no comment. Thank you so much, Shalima. We also have $500 from Anonymous that says, Mario 64, 120 stars? Let us a go.
Let's go.
We also have $1,000 from Mage of Math with no comment. Thank you so much for that generous donation, Mage of Math. $250 from Burn. Thanks to all the runners, couches, hosts, and staff members for another great GDQ event. Let's get that 120-star bonus game. Just an update on that, we just crested the $85,000 mark on that Super Mario 64 120-star bonus game. That is out of 300,000, so we've still got a ways to go. Make sure you donate if you want to see another one of the classic speed games. I would say Super Meat Boy, a classic speed game. Super Mario 64, definitely a classic speed game. And the more GDQ, the better, right?
Very true.
Oh, we just got a hot take.
Okay.
Oh no.
Let's hear it.
$50 from Kraken Zero. Awesome runs continue for the wonderful MSF. This is a fantastic run on Super Meat Boy. Piping hot take. Pop-Tarts or ravioli?
That's true. It's a fact.
They're calzones. I went over this.
I don't know.
No, that's people.
Yeah, exactly. So on that level, the previous level, you'll notice that I backed out. It's because I had bandage invisibility, so there was no way for me to die and reset, even though there was a saw blade there. So yeah, I had to back out of the level, so that was fun. This is a nice, fun level. It's like 36 seconds long. There's no single jump that I would say is like, oh, that's really hard. But as you're doing jumps for more than a half minute, it's very easy for you to make a mistake. And these jumps right here are, they're very hard, I would say. Hot take. No! All right, you have time for another donation.
Absolutely, we can do that. We've got $25 from Fermi. Enter comment here. Let's go 2 million.
Let's go.
We've also got $25 from Demo FD. First time watcher of the event, and I really enjoy the wholesomeness and game variety. I will certainly tune in the next event as well. Thank you for being awesome.
I remember the first GDQ I watched. It was like enlightening. It was what, like AGDQ 2011 or something, maybe 2012, and it was like, oh, this is crazy. Like I had seen like Super Mario Bros. 3 tasks and like Super Mario 64 speedrun stuff, but never thought that there was like as big of a community as there is for it, and it's really awesome. Shouts to speedrunning.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so dark cotton. As you might expect, it's like light cotton, but there's even more saw blades coming at you. So it's going to be a lot of fun. This chapter, I think, is probably, it's not the hardest, but it is the most punishing. There's so many levels where it's like you're doing something for like 12 seconds and then you're going to do the skip right there at the end. There's one like that for about 20 seconds. Just climbing up this. This is one, Waiting Room, one of my favorites. Shout out to Fugazi, love that song, Waiting Room. Oh gosh, so we're going like right underneath these, oh gosh, okay, man, we're gonna have to wait. So this is what happens if you don't get the strat, you have to wait a little bit, but very fun strat. This one we're just jumping between saw blades. We're doing a couple cycle skips where like if you don't know the level too much, you might not even see them, but saving like a few seconds here and there. Oh no, no, no! A few seconds here or there. I'm telling you, Jaxler, my deaths are coming from missing jumps.
It happens.
It does. This one is a very fun level. So this one, I don't exactly know if it's like sub-pixel precision because there's like way different resolutions, but it's absolutely not consistent. But we got it first try, easy peasy. This one, we gotta get just enough momentum on this as to not be too low, I guess. Or do that. So basically you're struggling between pulling off just in time and, hello? Don't stop. What I wanna do is be near that conveyor, then neutral, and then I jump as to not have momentum going off of that until I jump. But I don't know, something happened. So this game is really like, it has a lot of homages and I mean direct references to a lot of old Flash games like N. It's got a lot of guest characters from several games. You know, it's got in the console version, it's got like Spelunky in it, a lot of those. And that previous level, I'm pretty sure is just like I don't want to say a ripoff because that makes it sound nefarious, but it's like a reference to an N level, which is a sick game, man. Yeah, this level's supposed to be an auto-scroller, but as you can see, it's like similar to the other one, but that one had like rockets going ahead. This one's just got a bunch of saw blades. All right, there we go. No. All right, you have time for another donation as I try to get through this one.
We can do that. We've got $300 from Viking Penguin that says, yay!
Yay.
Yay.
We've got $50 from Amadi 1966 that says, that Wind Waker pillow looks incredible. Such awesome prizes this year for a spectacular event. Watching it with my daughter and loving every minute. Good luck, runners.
Okay, so this level right here, it's an auto-scroller with a big scary skip at the end of it that we do like 23 seconds into the level. So let's get it, but it is scary. Oh, there we go. We got it. It's very positive. There's like 3 different ways that can go wrong. It's not like the hardest skip in the world, but it is the scariest skip in the world.
Oh, and you have to try it again here in the remix. Yeah.
Yeah. This level rules. It's basically Pepto, but with more saws. I talked about eyeballs disappearing before. Actually, no, they can't disappear on this level. I wish more eyeballs disappeared on Linux. If someone can find out why eyeballs disappear, I would love you a lot. Oh gosh. Okay, we're cool. So on this level, this is like the... Never mind, I died. It's like the bane of casual players' existences because it's just really weird. People will try to like, I don't know, dance around, do something. Oh, I need to get off the wall. I didn't notice I was on the wall there. Casually, we just sort of hide behind that. There we go. So we just do a couple jumps. Yeah, the end of this chapter actually is like, there's like 4 auto-scrollers. And I say auto-scroll, but we manually scroll it, but you know, determined length levels. Although like this level scrolls auto, but we're gonna try to get this to launch us so that we don't have to wait as much. Another level where like these things are a pain to get used to. Once you get good enough at the run, it's nothing where you're too worried about it, but man, it's difficult to get these consistently. So it's one of those where it's not just that you have to have a strat that you're used to, you need to like actually have really good coordination with those, which can be very difficult to do. Right here, I'm just gonna jump between a bunch of bullets like it's nothing. Yeah, there we go. This level, I'm just going to bunch these guys up and run past them. That guy thought he could get me, but he can't. Too slow. I don't know if these guys are like random at all, but it always feels like it's a bit different when you're doing it. Probably just because no 2 jumps are going to be all too similar. But anyways, we're just going to do this and jump around him a few times. There we go. This level is another one of these where I'm going to give you guys a hot tip. So at the very end of this is where people struggle with so hard. They're like, how do I even do this? Here's my big tip. So for 99% of the game, we're holding sprint. Don't hold sprint up here. Just run across this sprintless and then jump. It's gonna be tough your first 3 times, but you can get it. It's pretty fun. And this is like the light version, but this is backwards. And we got like saws chasing us, which aren't gonna be a big deal for us because we're gonna be going fast. But I mean, they're technically there. You gotta feel bad for them because they're trying to do their job of like scaring us, but I don't know. They're trying their best.
That saw's doing a good job.
Yeah, that saw is, let me tell you. Give him a raise. Okay. Probably have time to squeeze in a donation.
Absolutely. We have a very nice donation here, $100 from Josh145. It says, while sorting through my recently late father's affects, we found some receipts for MSF Doctors Without Borders donations. Being a longtime GDQ fan, it really took me aback during a dark time and reminded me of the good times. I love GDQ, the runners, and all the organizers for putting together such a cool event. Thank you so much for that, Josh.
Thanks so much for that donation. Gonna squeeze right underneath that one.
Time for some more?
Yeah, let's get one more.
All right, well, we have $25 from Final Phase that says, I missed the $10 donation train, so I'm hoping this gets me an early seat on a $25 donation train.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo, let's do that.
All right, so that's the end of Cotton Alley, thank goodness. We're almost at the end, so we're going to the Dark End, which is the final section of this game. Man, these levels are long is really the big thing. The biggest thing I can say about it. Right here, we're gonna try to do a little skip here, a little skipperoo, let's go. Nice, that's really tight. And so now I'm going to try to, on this other side of this, grab a key. Well, okay, nice. We're gonna try it again, but I'm gonna try to grab a key while like falling with real fast speed, which is really cool if I get it. If not, it's like a half second. Nope, I missed it. Actually missed it. It's like a full second. Oh no. So one thing about the routing in this, I talked about it earlier, where normally I do the light levels and then I go and do the dark levels and then the boss. Here I did the light levels and the boss. So there's actually something that could happen here that would be a fun little time loss, and it's called Glitch Girl. So there's an RNG's chance that after you beat the boss, Bandage Girl at the end looks glitched out. It's called Glitch Girl. And that unlocks a bonus level. We don't want the bonus level, it's not part of this category. But it would be slower if we were to do the dark levels after the light levels there, because there's 2 bosses in this chapter. So if that pops up, that'll be cool. Here's a nice little thing. Oh, what? Dang, I did not cancel my speed there, but we're gonna go underneath a little door that's gonna be closing. Really precise, so let's try to get it. If not, there's a nice cute little backup for it. Nice, there we go. There we go. This level is very long. So that's actually like a pretty big one. I think it's like 8 or 9 seconds.
Wow.
So jump off of this. And then 6-4X is probably one of the tougher. Oh gosh. Well, cool. We get to do this the normal way. Whoop. Nice. 6-4X, I think, is one of the harder levels in this. Yeah. Let's go. Oh, no. I was contemplating just restarting the level, but I think I know the backup. Oh yeah, I know it. I know it. Oh gosh. There we go. That was that was close. I did not like that. All right, cool.
Great backup, nice.
Yeah. This level, we got a fun little key skip here at the end. We did that on the light version. Unlike those saws that we jumped between last time, here we're gonna just sort of walk off that platform. Yeah. There we go.
So when you're doing that pause there, that's another auto jump to kind of reset your...
It's not to reset, it's just for safety. It is just safety.
Okay.
So no glitch curl there. Now we're going to the final boss. So in Dark World fashion, it's just the same thing, but a lot more saw blades. So more difficult, but we're gonna do the same thing where we're gonna jump over the top of these. But some shout outs as I'm doing this. Yeah, thanks to everybody who's watching and donating. If you want to see more Super Meat Boy content, go check me out on Twitch. Heck yeah. Go check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/shredberg, where I don't die to that. That's exclusive content for GDQ, so yeah. Yeah. Yeah, shout outs again to my wife for letting me come here. I say letting me, but supporting me as I come here. Shout outs to I just don't want to die here, so I'm trying to concentrate even though it's really
get the level done and then you may go.
Yeah, I have like 20 seconds here at the end.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, shout outs to all the support. Shout out to the
that's
DIY.
not time yet. Yeah, there.
Yeah, shout out to the DIY emo scene. Shout outs to Hey, Love You, Awake But Still in Bed, Exciting, Excellent, Glass Beach Band, Origami Angel. All those bands are so great. Really speaks to me a lot. Love those bands. So just felt like letting them know that their music means a lot to me. And here's the very end. We are going to do the same thing where we're just going to go slightly off stage to get this cutscene trigger. And that's time. There we go. Yeah, that's Super Meat Boy. Really quickly, let's guess the deaths. I do this every single time. How many deaths do you think I got, Jaxler?
I'll guess like, I'd say 35?
35 is a good guess, but I'm going to guess more like 80. What do you think, crowd? All right, let's see. Chat, what do you think? All right, you got like 5 seconds. But yeah, I'm about to sign off right here when I get it. Let's see what I got. 92, less than 100, let's go. The sub 100, they said it couldn't happen. They said it was impossible. We proved them wrong, Jaxler. Thank you so much. Thank you to the crowd for being so supportive. Thank you all. Yeah, shouts to Wind Waker next. Have a good one, everyone.
Thank you again, Shredberg, for that fantastic run. And while the deaths may be sub 100, these donations are not, like this $100 donation from Mogrimillion. Greetings from Germany. Sad this is the last day, but you guys totally blew it out of the park again. Less than 3. With that, we are going to take a very quick break, but I'll be right back with y'all in a second. Welcome back, everybody. We are getting set up here for a quick interview coming up, talking about some fantastic prizes. But while we get set up for that, we do have a couple of donations. This might be one of my favorite donations I've ever read. $10 from Snowy that says, I just want to thank the GDQ staff for doing this event year after year. It truly is the best time of year, and you all work so hard to get it done. It also holds a special place in my heart because I met my now husband in 2016 AGDQ Twitch chat. 6 years going strong. Much love, everyone. Can we clap for that? That's wild. That's incredible. GDQ truly is nothing but love. Chat really is cute. Cute chat. We have $250 from Anonymous. Thanks for another great event. Let's see that 120-star run. We got another hot take from Echo 104B for $10. Coffee is a bean soup. Therefore, a vanilla soy latte is a 3-bean soup. $25 from Loki Avenger. That's not mispronouncing Avenger, it's spelled Avenger. It says, SGDQ is always such a wonderful event. Get your donations in before the end. We've also got $15 from an unattended bag. I can't believe it's already the last day of SGDQ. This has been an awesome week of speedruns, donating toward the 120-star run for more SGDQ. All right, and with that, that is the end of my final hosting session for the week. I want to thank everybody for being so cute in chat, so supportive here in the audience, and for the host fam for being some of the coolest people I have had the pleasure of meeting in a while. Thank you all so much. I'm going to miss you terribly, but I'm leaving you in the extremely capable hands of Pippi with a top hat. But before we get over there, we are going to cut over to talk about some of our fabulous prizes.
Thank you so much, happybythree. Hello again, everyone.
Hi.
How's it going? Good morning. This is Summer Games Done Quick 2022. I am Mr. Game & Shout, and I am joined by the amazing Frozen Fly.
You're amazing.
You're amazing.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you? I was not expecting to have you here, and now you are, and it's just like so much better.
Absolutely. We're here to talk about some incredible prizes that we have going on during this event. You can check out all the prize blocks. We have so many prizes today, so be sure to go to gamesdonequick.com, go to the tracker, see the pictures of everything that you want to get entered to win today.
Exactly. All of the prizes that we are about to show you are available from right now through the end of Linkus's Wind Waker run, which is coming up next. So, short version, $25 donation gets you in to win everything that we've got available through the end of that run. $100 gets you in to win the day prize. $200 gets you in to win the grand prize. Let's talk about all of them, starting with
this amazing Super Meat Boy Perler given to us by Pearl Pop. This is a $5 minimum donation. Meat Boy saying thumbs up to that incredible Meat Boy run we had by Shredberg. What an awesome run. I hope you all really enjoyed it because I absolutely did.
It was fantastic. Only 92 deaths is amazing. That's actually the 93rd Meat Boy.
It really is.
That one was next up. It was just waiting in the wings.
Yeah, it was ready to go. And just what an incredible run. $5 minimum donation. You have your own Meat Boy.
Exactly. From Geekish Gifts for a $10 minimum donation, we have this super cute faux leather 3-pixel heart necklace. I love getting the jewelry up here. We don't get as much of that. It's always kind of fun to show off. And this is just a beautiful design. $10 minimum donation gets you in to win this. Thank you again, Geekish Gifts, for sending that our way.
Absolutely. And if you're getting cozy watching speedruns today, you can keep being cozy with this gorgeous Wind Waker World pillow. It has just canvas from the game on it, and it features a bunch of enemies from the the Wind Waker. It's got Link on the ship. I just absolutely love this, and it's so squishy. It's so squishable.
Right. It's good to have the comfy things, too.
It really is. So thank you so much to Kaitu Ace for sending this to us as a $15 minimum donation, and this pillow can be yours.
Indeed. Also, for a $15 minimum donation from rectech.exe, we have this Power of the Gods isometric painting. This is a framed watercolor. It is absolutely stunning. Y'all know I'm a big fan of the art too, so anytime it's something we can hang on a wall, I'm there for it. $15 minimum donation gets you in to win this. Thank you so much again, rectech.exe. Also for a $15 minimum donation from Sky Pirate Prince. I have seen prizes on a lot of media. I have not seen them on burlap.
Wow.
This is, do I have it the right way up? First try.
That is stunning.
The legendary hero Wind Waker burlap screen print. This is stunning. stunning. Oh. And again, I have not seen any burlap prints before. It's just such a unique medium.
It absolutely is. And like, if you love Wind Waker like I do, this is just a must-have.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just for $15 minimum donation.
Indeed. Thank you again, Sky Pirate Prince, for sending that in.
And of course, if you're a Wind Waker fan, we had even more for you.
So this thing is also super cool. From Darth Ursus and Nom Nom Figures, we have a hand-painted Link and the King of the Red Lions figure. Hand-painted does not do it justice. It was also hand-sculpted and custom 3D printed. I have done just enough model painting in my life to know some of the absolutely incredible technique that's gone into making this such a stunning piece. Definitely one of a kind, definitely something you want. $25 minimum donation gets you in to win this. Do not miss. And also for that same $25 minimum donation.
Oh my goodness.
Anybody who was watching that Taz run last night, we're also going to start crying again. The Breath of the Wild Silent Watcher diorama. It's about 20 centimeters across, custom 3D printed. Got a little LED in the fairy. We've got the rusted Master Sword, absolutely stunning, gorgeously composed. I really wish I could have this. I cannot.
I know.
With $25 donation, you can get entered to win. Thank you, Aura Welsh and Synthetic Ephemera, for sending this our way. This is so cool.
Absolutely. And of course, the Zelda prizes continue. We have this incredible Windfish Perler
Big
canvas.
fish.
It's literally so large I can barely see above this. This is from Pearl Pop as well, a $25 minimum donation. And I've been talking all week about how I love perlers, but the style of having the perler over a painted background just gives it so much depth. I think it's gorgeous. It makes it, you can hang it up on your wall.
Absolutely.
And I think they've done a great job of framing the Windfish in such a unique way.
Every time we think Pearl Pop has topped out, they find another level to take it to.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. So again, thank you to Pearl Pop. $25 minimum donation gets you in to win this and everything we just showed you.
Exactly. This is just a selection of the prizes available through the end of Wind Waker. So, gamesdonequick.com, click on the donate link. You can see all the prizes we have available. You can put your donation towards some of our incentives.
We have to put them towards some of our incentives, like our bonus game.
Exactly. We're still looking to get SM64 added to the marathon later today. There are other incentives that you can be working on. So, gamesdonequick.com/donate. A couple of other prizes I want to talk about. Available from now through the end of the marathon, we have our day prize from Final Fantasy XIV, the FF14 Endwalker Collector's Edition prize pack.
There's so much stuff over there. It's amazing.
No, it's cool. We've got the Alize and Alphino figurines. We've got the Prince. We've got the, I don't know which Loperet that is, so I'm going to call that Donating Way, is that one's name now. And of course, we have the Hero of Light, popping that Passage of Arms. Remember, there's still a lot of marathon left, so be sure to rotate your cooldowns effectively. Otherwise, your healers will yell at you. And, while it's fun to torment them, let's try and be a little bit nice. $100 single donation gets you in to win that and put you halfway towards winning our grand prize pack from Heroic Replicas.
Yeah, we've been talking about how just amazing this pack is from Heroic Replicas. We have the Falcon from Fire Emblem. We have Sly Cooper's cane. We have a final print from Celeste, the Mermaid Pendant, the Orb. It's amazing what they've given us for the grand prize. And you want to make sure you hit that $200 cumulative throughout the week. It's the last day.
It is. So, if you have not been putting in towards that, start moving now. This marathon will be over before you know it. And yes, that is sad, but we still have a lot of amazing work to do together. And so, with that, thank you, Frozen Flygon, for joining me. It's so wonderful to see you, as always.
Of course.
Linkus is getting ready for the Wind Waker run. I'm excited for it. You're excited for it. Let's not hold you up anymore. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back a little later today to talk about some more prizes. Y'all take care.